Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Today's video is going to be a special Patreon-only question and answer session. I asked my great Patreons that support the channel, help me out monthly with a contribution to help make the show better. I got different reward tiers on there, such as Google Hangouts, Skype calls with you guys, all sorts of fun stuff. If you're interested in possibly contributing as little as $1 a month to my Patreon, there is a link below. It's completely optional because I'm always going to be here no matter what. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the questions right now. Bill Dank says, I think F-Zero will be the next major announcement. What do you think? I hope you have an amazing Christmas and big thank you for all the great content this year, bud. First of all, I appreciate the kind words. I worked my butt off. I did over 130 Nintendo Switch reviews. Actually 129 because according to Xenoblade fans, I didn't play Xenoblade at all. But we won't talk about that right now. So yeah, I did a lot of reviews just alone, 130. It's impossible for me to do all of the Nintendo Switch reviews at this point. There's like 18 games coming out every week in the eShop. So from now on, I'm going to have to pick and choose and try to work my best way. I'm only just one person, so I appreciate, the compliments on the work. As far as F-Zero goes, I do see F-Zero being announced within the next year, to be quite honest. It's a heavy-hitting franchise, and it seems that they're giving a lot of, fan love. A lot of love letters to the fans recently with, Metroid, Pokemon. We got great games coming out on the Nintendo Switch. And in a year, we had 2 Mario games and a Zelda. Holy crap, Next thing we go from there is maybe a Star Fox. I think that would be legit. So I am looking forward to the possibility of F-Zero being around. I was a big fan of the Super Nintendo one and the Nintendo 64 one. It's a great classic Nintendo franchise that doesn't get a lot of love, except, Falcon being in Smash Brothers. So we'll see. We'll see. I do agree, though. So Daniel Hecky, if I'm pronouncing your last name right, says, what's the most acclaimed game you hated and think is ridiculously overrated? And also, can you give the name of 2 games and each that you think are reason enough to buy some of the lesser-known consoles? As far as lesser-known consoles go, I don't really play anything beyond, the PlayStation 2, 3, and 4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, the Switch, Wii U, and, the Wii and the Nintendo systems. I have a Saturn and I have a Dreamcast, but I wouldn't really consider those unknown. Famicom, that's starting to pick up in popularity. I didn't get a 3DO. I didn't really play, anything that could be considered unknown. Like, I don't have a Jaguar. TurboGrafx, I'm still rather new to. I'm not, I have a lot of games, but most of these are games that I've played or grew up with. So, I'm only familiar with the systems that I had as a kid, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't collect a whole bunch of unknown consoles just yet. So, if that makes any sense, I'm sorry I can't help you there. Now, with the overly acclaimed game, as you said, the overly acclaimed game that you said in your first question, that I hated but is ridiculously overrated, I wouldn't say hate, but I still can't get behind the whole Overwatch thing. I'm surprised that game has as big of a fan base and steam that it still has going on. Maybe I should play it more. I've heard a lot of great things about it. I've had friends say that it's an amazing game. I went to Game On Expo in Arizona where there's a whole bunch of the voice actors there, and there was a lot of people that went just to meet those people. It has a huge fandom, and it seems like it's pretty hyped. I just can't get behind it. Maybe I should try playing it some more. Who knows? Patrick Peterson has actually a few questions. I'm going to try and knock these out. What are some games that you played this year that ended up exceeding expectations, either being a good or bad game? Exceeded my expectations? Well, I could say there was a couple that didn't meet my expectations, and I did seem a little hard on them. I wanted a little bit more out of Mario Odyssey. Don't get me wrong. That game still is a 9, like a 9.5. It's not a perfect masterpiece by any means, in my opinion. I wanted a lot more out of it. It was a wonderful game. Lots of stuff to do in it. Lots of power moons to collect. I just felt there should have been more levels. Same with Breath of the Wild. I felt the game was a little too empty. I thought, there should have been a little bit more to it. Honestly, if you go back to my review of both Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, I really enjoyed the games, but for big, heavy hidden titles like those, I expected more. Just like with Xenoblade, keep going to Xenoblade Chronicles. I wanted a little bit more out of that, but that honestly wasn't my cup of tea. Mario and Zelda definitely were. I guess call me a mainstream basic Nintendo fan, bitch. Come at me. Any games disappointed you this year that you were looking forward to? Back to Xenoblade. 3, what games are you looking forward to in 2018? Red Dead Redemption 2. Believe it or not, I'm going to be playing the hell out of that game, hopefully on live stream. And if I could wrestle anyone, who would it be? It would be the Nature Boy Ric Flair. He's my idol. I got to meet him one time. Pretty legit guy. Fucking my idol. Pure and simple. Next question. Gizmo, sandwich or cereal for 2:30 a.m. snack time? Cereal rules all, but sometimes a sandwich with ham and cheese with the chips inside, the Doritos inside. It's pretty legit, but I'm going on a no-carb diet, trying to lose some weight. But cereal is great. I like Reese's Puffs cereal and Fruity Pebbles and Honey Bunches of Oats. And then he also mentions you do multiple videos a day. When do you sleep? I don't sleep. Matter of fact, when I'm recording this, it's 5 a.m. If you could see on my phone. I suffer from insomnia. I'll sleep for like a couple hours. I'll wake up and then I won't go back to bed until probably close to 8 o'clock in the morning. I do this every day. I have no idea what's wrong with me. I'm just fucked up a little bit, I guess. So I'm mostly a night owl, and that's when I get a lot of my work done. That's when a lot of people don't message me too often. There's only like 2 other people I know in this world that are awake, which is Billy from Game Chasers and Joe from GameSack. Other than that, everybody in the world is dead, and nobody bugs me. Sith Lord says, you have convinced me Pro Jared's an alien. When did you first clue into his extraterrestrial nature? When I saw Men in Black and I saw that alien in the post office that looked exactly like him, I knew the jig was up. And he was in the car with us when we saw that UFO. Next question, Alyssa White says, who's your favorite person named Alyssa? Alyssa White. And which games on the Switch do you I guess are massively massively underrated? So which ones I think are massively underrated? Well, let me show you. Honestly, I think Fire Emblem Warriors. Where's it at? Fire Emblem Warriors. I haven't gotten to review this game yet. I think it's massively underrated. Not a lot of people are talking about this. I think it's great. And then we also got Mario Rabbids. Also a game that kind of lived for about a month and then died. Nobody talks about it anymore. Tiny Barbarian DX is an underrated game. Splatoon 2. Snipper Clips. I think that game doesn't get enough love. 1-2 Switch. Just kidding. I have a whole thing of Switch games back here that I'm going to be doing a video very soon, hopefully before the year end. And I'll talk a little bit more in depth about them. I have about 50 physical Switch games back there. Alright, so J-Love. Cheeseburgers or pizza? Pizza. All the way. McDonald's or Burger King? McDonald's because it's cheap, but so is Burger King. You get like 10 nuggets for $1.49. But I'm a McDonald's guy all the way. I have a bad habit of eating there, obviously. She says cheeseburgers and Burger King. McDonald's went for breakfast, though. I'm fat. Laugh out loud. I'm with you, girl. Now, Sith Lord also asked, what mini console do you most want Nintendo to come out next? A Game Boy. But I think it would be cooler if they did a Super Game Boy Mini, where it was like a Super Nintendo with the Game Boy, Super Game Boy adapter in it. Or, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go ahead and just make a Game Boy about the size of a phone. I think that would be pretty legit. And then he also asked, what game soundtracks are your favorites? Nothing but Zelda. I could listen to Zelda's soundtracks all the time. So yeah, guys, I think I rambled off pretty good. Special thanks to all my patrons for sending these questions. I really appreciate everybody that supports me on Patreon. That is a big help to everything that is on the channel. If you want to know more about what I offer and stuff like that, as I mentioned, there's a link below. I even have a video talking about it. Stuff like that. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, and some people have a lot of negative things to say about stuff like that. And that's why I don't really advertise it too much on video, but I want to do something special for the people that support the channel. And yeah, so thanks a lot to all those that send in questions. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, comment, hit that like button. Appreciate each and every single one of you. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. This is a convention announcement. I am going to be at the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo January 20th and 21st, 2018 in lovely Southern California at the Frank & Son Collectibles Show. It's my first time in SoCal. I'm looking forward to it. People are always asking, when am I coming? Well, the time is here. Now, you can order your tickets already. I have a link in the description below. If you use promo code 8-BIT, you'll get 15% off your tickets. Yes, I'm hooking you up with a discount. Use the code below, 8-BIT, and you're good to go. Do not wait until the day of the show because you won't get this sweet ass discount.